So today I'm going to use Google Flights to find the best dates for a trip I want to take next year. If you have been following my videos, you would have seen a couple of weeks ago that I showed you a two-stage search process, which I always use for my long-haul flights, starting off in Google Flights to find the cheapest dates for my trip, and then finishing off in other flight search engines to find the cheapest flights, the best prices for the dates that I found in Google Flights. So what I'm going to do now is the first part of that search, which is using Google Flights to find the best dates. So I'm going to move now to my browser and share that with you so you can see what's going on. This is the Google Flights homepage, which is google.co.uk/flights. And here I'm going to do an example search for a flight I want to search for from Manchester to Bangkok return, leaving sometime during the second half of March next year. I want to see what the cheapest dates are for that trip. So I'm going to start by just typing in the airport that I'm going to be leaving from, the city that I'm going to be going to, then click on the departure date calendar box. This is now, and this is already showing prices here. What I want to do is scroll through to get to the prices for March, the dates for March. They're already showing prices, already got some very good prices in here for Manchester to Bangkok, but these prices are for 4-day trips, and I want to be there for a bit longer than 4 days. I want to be there for let's say between 10 and 14 days. So I'll just change this up to 10 days. And the display shows almost instantly the return flight prices from Manchester to Bangkok, departing on each of these days for 10-day trips. So I can see there's some really good prices here for 387. Anything below £400 return from the UK to Bangkok is generally very good. Especially for airports outside London. 387 for Manchester Bangkok return is actually an excellent fare. So what I'm going to do is look at this further. Before I go any further, this date on the 17th of March looks really, let me just get that up there, it looks really interesting, 387 return there. What I'm going to do, excuse me, first, just have a quick play around with the duration of the trip and see if I can get anything better if I have a slightly longer trip. So 387 is the best I've found so far. I'm just going to look at 11-day trips, and that's also showing 387 for various departure dates at the end of March. 12-day trips, different dates, but still showing 387. 13-day trips is the same, and so is 14-day trips. So what I'll do is, I'm actually interested in going around about the 17th of March. That would fit in with my plans really well. And there's a 14-day trip leaving on the 17th of March, which I'm going to have a look at now. So selecting the 17th of March, now looking at the prices for the various return dates. So I'm already going on the 17th of March, looking for the return date. I'm going to select this return date, which is 387 return, the 31st of March. Click on Done. And Google Flights then shows me the flights. Now you can see straight away this first flight it's showing me here is 415, which isn't the 387 I saw before. Reason is that Google doesn't by default sort by price, it sorts by the best flights. You can see if I scroll down here, there's a flight here for 387, which is below some of these other flights. So I'm just going to change the sort order here to price. And there's the 387 price that was showing in the calendar. It's with Jet Airways, Manchester Bangkok, one stop, and it's got 7 hours 20 minutes connection in Mumbai. Now, that's an okay flight. The price is excellent. I'd like to see what I can do though by reducing this connecting time. Though 7 hours 20 minutes is a bit long for pretty much any connection that I'd want to do. So I'll click on connecting airports and reduce the stopover duration to something like 5 hours, just to make it a little bit more bearable. Straight away you'll see the flights are updated, so now the flight I was seeing before for 387 is gone, and the best price I'm now seeing for those dates is with Oman Air 415 return. So I'm going to see if I can find a better price than 415. It's still a very good price for Oman Air, which is a decent airline. So just click on my departure calendar again, wait for the prices to update a moment, and you'll see now departing on the 17th of March for a 2-week trip, It's now showing 415. It was showing 387 before there, and it's showing 415 now because it's also taking into account the filters that are switched on. The filter is switched on for the connecting flight, for the connection duration. So this calendar takes into account all of the filters that you have switched on as well. And you probably start to see now some of the power of Google Flights. Firstly, how quick it is, and also how flexible it can be when you start to add filters in to get down to the flights you really want to see. And using the calendar search with that, you can very quickly find dates which are going to be the cheapest for your needs. So 415 is the cheapest I've got on this date. If I move my departure though to around about the 21st, then I should be able to get a 387 return, even with the restriction on the connecting time. So I'll do that. I'll go on the 21st, and it'll show me now the dates which are available to return at that price. Come back on any of these days here for 387 return. So I'm going to come back. Let's say I'll come back on the 3rd or the 4th. Let's say the 4th. Click done, and it should show me the 387. There it is, 387 round trip, Jet Airways, Manchester to Bangkok, with one stop, 1 hour 15 minutes on the ground in Mumbai, which is an excellent deal. What I would do at this stage is I would take, because I've found the cheapest dates for my needs, there's no other dates around here which are lower than 387. What I would do is I would take the route Manchester-Bangkok and the dates 21st of March, 4th of April, and I would do a search on that route and those dates using one of the other search engines, using Momondo or Skyscanner or Kayak, or if I really want to get the absolute best price, using all three of them. But the three of them really got very similar prices, so I mean, if I just chose one of them, I'd actually get a very good price. And doing the search on those three search engines will get me the very best price for my trip. Just want to spend a moment now, though, going through one or two of the other little filters here. If I want to restrict the number of stops on my trip, I can do so here. I want to restrict the airlines either by deselecting an airline or by choosing one airline I want to fly with, or just a small number of airlines I want to fly with. I can do that here. I can also choose one or more alliances that I want to fly with if I want to in this filter as well. I don't usually use price that much. Departure arrival times I don't usually use that much either, but if you do have a particular time of day you want to leave or return, then you can use this filter as well. Bags is a new filter for Google Flights. This is more for, at the moment, more for flights that are within Canada and the USA. Now I'll switch this on. It'll make no difference to what I'm seeing in the search results. But this is because in Canada and the USA, it's now more common to see airfares that don't include larger carry-on bags, larger pieces of hand baggage, and actually don't allow you to have access to the overhead compartments on the aircraft. Now, because this flight is going to Asia, it doesn't actually apply to what I'm searching for today. I only really use this filter and switch it on if I'm searching for flights into or within the USA and Canada, because then it does become a bit more important. And Google Flights will then show you only flights which have that overhead bin access included. So that's pretty much it for the search that I'm doing for today. Hope you found it useful and that it helps you to find the cheapest dates for the first part of your cheapest flight search. As I said, if you want to join the Fab Flight Finders Facebook group, if you're not already a member, then you can do so by clicking the link in the comments, which I'll add in just 2 minutes. When you get access to the Fab Flight Finders Facebook group, you'll also be able to download my free toolkit, which is all of the tools that I use for finding cheap short-haul and long-haul flights. You can see everything that I use in there to find flights when I'm doing my searches. If you have any questions or comments, add them to the comments either in this video or in the page or in the group, and I'll be very happy to answer them either in Facebook or on the next live next Wednesday. That's all from me from now. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.